What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're talking about two free agent signings the Detroit Lions have made. Now, I understand I'm late to the party, but I still want to talk about them, so let's get started. Okay, yes, we're talking about two free agent signings Lions have made. So you may already know about these signings. If you don't, well, I'm glad you're here. If you do, well, I'm going to talk about them a little bit, so stay here. Anyways, we're talking about two guys the Detroit Lions have brought in today. Now, both of these players are linebackers, so that's kind of something to think about. No, they're not Logan Ryan. I know some people were hoping for that. It's not Logan Ryan. They are two linebackers, though. I don't have all the details on the contracts right now. Like, I've been trying to look for them. Can't necessarily find them. So, I'm pretty sure they're pretty small. They're pretty small contracts. They may both be one-year deals. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll definitely put those in the comments when I get them. Anyways, Reggie Ragland is a 26-year-old interior linebacker coming from the Kansas City Chiefs. He wasn't drafted there. I believe he was actually drafted to the Bills and then traded to the Chiefs because he missed his entire rookie season due to an injury. So then he went to the Chiefs, and the Chiefs, they were playing him, and all of a sudden they're like, we can't play this guy because he's not that great in coverage. So he started losing some playing. I mean, he was still playing. He was just losing some playing time. Lost some starting minutes there. This is a guy drafted back in 2016 out of Alabama, who at Alabama was recognized as maybe the best linebacker in college football at the time. The Lions are getting a player that was really, really good in college, definitely has a lot of potential, still is a young player at 26 years old, but in the NFL, just hasn't been the best for him, okay? It just hasn't been the best. Now, in 2018, we'll start there, where he had 15 games started. He came up with 1 interception, 0.5 sacks, and 86 total tackles. So, again, you're getting a guy that can be a tackling machine. He did have 1 interception in 15 games started. And then last season in 2019, where he started in 7 games, he had 2 sacks, 30 total tackles. So, the stats aren't great. Obviously, he lost a lot of time, and we'll look at the Pro Football Focus numbers, but the Detroit Lions are adding tons of competition with this move. I mean, that's really what it looks like to me. You're getting a player that had potential, and I think the Lions have done that a few times. They signed some free agents like Joshua Garnett that had potential, right? He was a first-round pick at one point. This guy's a second-round pick, and usually top linebackers, you can see them going to second round, like this year. Now, last year when we had like Devin Bush and stuff, that wasn't the case. We had White go in the first round. But this year, it's going to be like, Kenneth Murray, Patrick Queen, those guys, other than Isaiah Simmons. Okay, I'm not including Isaiah Simmons. He's just something else. But those guys are probably going to go in the second round. Yeah, he was definitely a top linebacker back in his time in 2016. And Detroit Lions are bringing this guy in for tons of competition. I like that. I like having competition here. Detroit Lions linebacker group, well, every group, let's just say defensively, was bad last season. We weren't good last season. We had tons of injuries. Now we're bringing in another player at the linebacker group to compete. And we brought in Jamie Collins, who I thought could take over a role in the inside. And now we brought in Reggie Ragland. And I don't think Reggie Ragland is going to be playing in Devon Kennard's role because he is an interior linebacker and he doesn't have a lot of sacks. That's not what he's known for. He is not a pass rushing type of linebacker. So this is definitely something to keep an eye on. I think, he could be taking spots in the interior linebacker position. He's coming for time, man. He's coming for playing time. This is still a young player. I mean, think about this. This guy is like, what, 1 or 2 years older than Jarrad Davis. That's it. So, I mean, he's not super old. I mean, they're basically the same age. So he's coming for playing time as well, and he's trying to get a long-term deal. And with that adds tons of competition, and the Lions need it because last season they were very, very bad last season, pretty much on every single aspect when it came to the defensive side of the ball. Let's look at some PFF numbers. Last season, he graded a 67.7 overall, 70.4 against the run, which is obviously good, a 57.7 in rushing, again, not a rushing linebacker, and a 63.8 in coverage, which isn't actually bad. Knowing that, Kansas City has some coverage concerns with him, 63.8 is actually pretty good. I mean, it's better than Jarrad Davis, so it's pretty good. I mean, it's not bad for our linebacker group. I think that's in the average or good category, so not terrible. But yeah, I think this is a good signing. I think this is competition. This is a guy that at one point was very, very good, and he's a young player. I like the move. I don't know exactly what the contract detail was. Pretty sure it wasn't super expensive, so I like the move. But now let's slide over to Elijah Lee, the other linebacker we signed. Now, this isn't a linebacker that's probably going to play linebacker. This is a linebacker that's going to play special teams. And why? Because that's what he does. Now, we got a lot of special teams players this offseason. We brought in so many special teams players, right? Tony McRae, Jaron Curse. That name messes me up. We brought back Miles Killebrew. We made a lot of moves when it comes to special teams, and now we bring in Elijah Lee. And that's what he did. He played special teams. So I guess if the Lions are going to say, let's just be awful at defense and let's be good at special teams. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, special teams could be really good. We could be first in special teams next season with all these moves that we have made for special teams. A 6'2" outside linebacker who's only 24 years old, who in 2018 had really his most playing time, where he came up with 65 total tackles. And I'm not going to look at his PFF numbers. Last year he didn't play that much. But again, this is a special team signing, and I guess it will be really cool to have the best special teams unit in the league, right? So I kind of like what the Lions are doing here. I mean, it's not super expensive to go get special teams players and really good ones. So, okay, Lions, you do your thing. Go get some special team guys. So those are the two linebackers that we brought in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.